Hey, what's up? My name is Someone Himself, and today I will be ranking every single weapon inside of Scavengers. Now, since there are quite a few weapons inside the game, I won't spend much time talking about them individually. Just give you a quick summary of why I chose to put them in that specific spot. Remember that this is only my opinion, and it's been a while since I played the game too, so some information in this video might be a bit incorrect. But before I start with the video, I would just like to thank everyone that watched my last video. That video got incredibly positive feedback by my standards, and if you like what you see in this video as well, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And now, I won't waste any more of your time, let's get right into the video. The first weapon on the list is the Sweeper. It is an incredibly weak SMG with low damage and only a half decent fire rate. Basically every SMG in the game is amazing except this one. The second weapon on the list is the Brainer. It is the weakest melee weapon in the game, and any other melee weapon are basically all trash anyways. Next on the list is a Snowpiercer bow. Its high fire rate and low damage makes it burn through ammo way too quickly. Okay, so now we're back to the melee weapons. This time it's the Dreadmaul. The Dreadmaul has extremely low attack rate but extremely high damage, making it really penalizing to miss a shot with it. The next weapon is the first revolver on the list, and also the last grey weapon. Of course, I'm talking about the slug gun. Revolvers in this game are great, high damage and high fire rate, but this one is an exception. It also has a really small mag size. Next up is the Rattler. This is a sort of weapon that you will always pick up early game, but then always switch out as soon as you can afford a wildcard. Next up is the Crossbolt. The Crossbolt is actually a pretty good bow. It's got decent damage, but when it comes to bows in general, they just always lack in fire rate. For the next weapon, we have the Ripsaw. It's a pretty okay melee weapon overall, but it's not able to compete at all with some other stuff up ahead. Now we're leaving the so-called bad weapons behind, and it's time to talk about the Thornbow. The Thornbow has got an average fire rate for bows, and same goes with the damage. It's just an overall average weapon. The Junk Shot is actually really good when it comes to damage and fire rate, but just like any other double barrel, it only has space for 2 shells at a time. So above 1/3 into the list, we have the Hackblade. It is exactly what you would expect from an axe, with pretty slow attack speed but high damage. The Quicksilver SMG. It is an amazing weapon to have early game, but it can't compete with some other SMGs in the game. The next weapon on the list is a Sidekick. This weapon sounds and feels amazing, with pretty good damage actually, but I just can't deny it's just a green pistol, meaning the mag size and fire rate are just about average. Okay, I know you don't want to listen to me talk about this, but I figure you need a break from the video for a while. I just want to remind you that please consider subscribing and liking the video if you like what you see in it. I also wanted to say that if you don't already know, Scavengers are releasing a battle pass along with the July update on the 23rd. It contains some of these items, and it's absolutely free for 2 weeks. I'm not sponsored, but I just figure you might want to know. So thanks for watching the video and enjoy the rest of it. So after that little break, we have reached the last crossbow on the list, which is the Repeating Crossbolt. Though this gun does not have a scope, it does have a mag size of 5, making it even better than a normal crossbow. Now we're finally at the halfway point, and it is the Harvester that is claiming this spot. This melee is way better than many of the others. It's got high damage along with fast attack speed, making it a close range machine. Next on the list is the last bow of it, the Heartseeker. I changed my mind about this weapon about 69 times before deciding on this spot. It's got high fire rate and above average damage. Next up is the Maverick. I still have not tried this weapon in game, but Baggins said it was good, so I trust him. The next weapon is the Boom Pipe. It's a great shotgun. It has good damage and mag size, but shotguns always lack when it comes to range. The last melee weapon on the list is a Chain Shark. If you somehow manage to get up in someone's face with this thing, you are almost guaranteed to win the fight. Next up we have the EF1 Microburst. This automatic pistol has amazing fire rate and reload speed, but the mag size and range are not quite at the same level. Now we have reached the first and only sniper in the list, and it is Long Striker. I am not a big fan of snipers overall, but this one is undeniably one of the best guns inside of the game. The Renegade has insane fire rate and damage, but no range, and it burns your ammo really quick. So the Opus has everything a revolver could wish for. High damage and accuracy. But really, that's it. The Rosie is basically the Opus but with special abilities. And that is exactly why I decided to include it right after the Opus. Everything about the Argonaut is great except its range. That means that it can't do what many other rifles do in this game. Place number 4 on the list goes to the Devastator. It is a bit like the Boom Pipe, except that the golden version has a bit longer range. It also has special abilities. Now, the top 3 was a bit hard to put together, but I decided on putting the Cazador SMG in 3rd place. It can do anything any other SMG can, but it has way bigger mag size and a bit higher damage as well. In 2nd place, I just had to put the Warsong. It used to be the best gun in the game, with high damage, fire rate, range and mag size. But after the nerf, it can't quite keep up with the number 1 spot anymore. And the moment you have all been waiting for, claiming the number 1 spot is a strike rifle. It's no surprise that the strike rifle has everything the Warsong used to have, along with many more options to pick from. Okay, so the list does actually not end here. You see, I ranked the weapons by overall damage, fire rate and mag size. But my best gun might not be the best gun for you. Say if you are playing an explorer like Cruz or Carly for example. Those two can easily get up into an enemy's face, and so for that, you should be using a close range weapon such as the Castor SMG or the Young Shot Shotgun. Secondary slot though, I always recommend you use a rifle, unless you're playing Holden of course, and the best rifles in the game come from wildcards, so make sure to unlock as many of those as possible to be able to pick from the one that suits your character best. I also left out 4 weapons on purpose, simply for the reason that I have not used them enough in game. Those weapons being the Self-Bow, Void Barrel, Predator and Whisker. Though while recording gameplay for this video, I did manage to find the Self-Bow and Predator, and the Self-Bow is the actual worst weapon in the game, and the Predator is just below the Long Striker. Now thank you for watching this video until the end, and if we could get 8 likes that would be great. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.